idea what.
I was pretty nervous the first day, and I don't know, we didn't really prepare at all.
No, we were going to prepare a lot more than we actually ended up doing.
We definitely weren't prepared for as much walking and running as we did.
Oh my God, what have I got myself into? I couldn't believe the physical aspect of it, how competitive people were, and just that it was so much fun. Like, it was just a blast, and glad that we had made it through the first day and excited about day 2.
Well, I didn't expect to be running the whole time.
We tried to figure out what kind of stuff we'd have to do, but
I looked up all the
yeah.
flags of all the countries. We didn't need that piece of information.
We studied the pavilions a little bit, but not really any physical training. But
yeah, I wish.
I think this year the people should do that. Yeah. Because there was a lot of running, and we weren't really expecting that much running.
Yeah. I did a lot of the just studying all the pavilions. As soon as we found out we were on it, I went on the website. I found out exactly where all the pavilions were. I ripped out the maps from the phone book. I plotted them on. I found out exactly how far it was to go from each one. Plotted the bus routes. Tried to find out as much as I could.
No, I think we should have done some distance running beforehand to prepare ourselves. But not a lot. I mean, I think we kind of thought a bit about what Folkfest was about, and you kind of tried to think, like, what might they present or what might the challenges be, but I don't think we really had much idea, and we just thought we'll do our best and have fun and go with it.
After the first day, I thought, what did we get ourselves into? I didn't know how we'd do the rest of the days because it was so physically tiring. Had no idea. I don't think Folkfest had any idea either how strenuous it would be to actually do the race. So, and I thought we were so bad that we would just lose out anyways because we were the underdogs.
I guess when it comes to the running side of things, we knew that we were going to end up running at some point in time, whether it was required or not. Taking advantages of our strengths, which is, I mean, that's how you win a race. So that was, we sort of weren't sure whether or not we'd expect to have a whole lot of athletic ability. The toughest or most interesting part, though, I guess just the competitive nature and how the different backgrounds that people came from, but at the same time, it was just sort of fun knowing that you were up against other competitors who were all after the same thing. And it's just different than anything you can do on the court or on a field. It's different than any sport that you might play. You got to use your mind as well as your athletic ability in a different sense than you would, you know, formulating a game plan or something like that. But yet in the same respect, you got to have a plan and figure things out and get your way through.
For that, you must do. Yes, you must. Like, is this how we know that? Yeah. How would we know Jamaica, that? Right? Yeah. How would we know that? How would we know that? It's the prairie land.
God, if you have to America, you have to think that way, right? Yeah. Beaches, sand.
But they wouldn't send us on this bus to go all the way back.
Yeah.
Okay, let's read the book, you guys, just to make sure, because we got time to take a
should be set up for tonight.
I think the other team saw us as friends and people they could really collaborate with and strategize with, and that worked out to our advantage because everybody, you know, saw Chad and Sarah, you know, the friendly, nice couple that everybody got along with. And I don't think they ever viewed us as Chad and Sarah, the competitors.
Ones that I found personally to be the biggest threats was the Cowgirls. Like, after them being in last on the first day and then shoving themselves up right up to second, they were a force to be reckoned with. So
yeah. We work with them a lot.
Mm-hmm. Like, we developed a good friendship with them and such. But
yeah, no, I don't know. We didn't really look at the other teams. No. We were just mostly worried about ourselves, making sure that we were focusing on what we had to do.
We didn't really care what any of the other teams thought of us. It's like, this is a competition. We'll be friends after, maybe, right now, no, I'll lie, I'll cheat, I'll do whatever, and I did.
Michelle and I were, like, we met in university, we were on student council together, we work together now, we've been in groups together and that kind of thing, and so we knew we worked well together, but it was almost like a confirmation for us. Like, we both got into it, we were competitive, but yet we had fun. Like, it was just a really good mix.
I think there was some competitiveness there too with the people that we knew beforehand going in, that you just kind of wanted to beat out the people that you knew, didn't want to be stuck at last place.
I'd be furious if Corey beat me.
Yeah.
And he didn't, so I was happy. Corey's apparently a professional dancer, and he couldn't even do that stupid stick dance. So me and Chad and Sarah and Ange passed them, and they couldn't do it, so they had to eat the sausage, and they were all coming for the bus, and we already left them, so they were catching up. I mean, they were the first two teams there, and we passed them. They were pretty choked.
Yeah, that was a horrible, horrible challenge. I don't even want to remember that one.
They've been incredibly fast, so please support these teams tomorrow night, the last leg, and the team that wins will win $1,000 for the charity that the media organization they're running for. I'm sure I've made that as clear as mud. Now, you're not going to believe this, but tonight's first place team, the team that came in first, can you believe it? They were from CTV. So if Jeremy and Sinead can come up here, let's give them a big round of applause. And let's also hear it for, we also have the other rest of the teams that are still in the competition. They're just towards the back there. So seven teams tomorrow night. Keep popping this microphone. 7 teams tomorrow night will be racing for that $1,000. And here, first of all, Jeremy and Sinead, what was the toughest competition so far? Because every pavilion they go through a cultural challenge, just like on that particular TV show, The Amazing Race. And what was the toughest one for you?
At the Irish, going through the pot of gold looking for all the chocolates.
Did you have to eat the chocolates? You didn't have to eat the chocolates. Maybe that was the downside. And before we go, you are going to love this story. I hope I don't embarrass you guys, but this is a great Folkfest story. These two people met 13 years ago when they were youth ambassadors at different pavilions. Now they're a married couple. I want to cry! That is a great program.